Hi, everybody. Dave Clark from InspectCheck.net. Today, I want to talk about a buttress and a pilaster. Okay, so I get these little idiosyncrasies, and I hear and see home inspectors using that word interchangeable. There's a difference. So we're talking about a foundation wall, right? Masonry wall. I guess it could be wood, but a masonry wall. There's a difference between a buttress and a pilaster. Okay, so before I go any further, I'm going to read you the definition right from an architectural magazine. A buttress is a brick or stone, could be metal too, right? Where you see I-beams, structure built against another structure to support it, while pilaster is a column that projects partially from the wall to which it is attached. Okay, so here's the difference, my friends. A buttress is put on after the fact. So the wall's already built, a foundation wall, and then the buttress is put on, where a pilaster is part of it. So while that wall is being built or poured, it's already, integrated into the wall, which is much stronger. A buttress can be strong, but I've seen many of those fail. I'm going to show you one right now. I've seen many of those fail. If they're done right, and they're steel I-beams, I showed you in another video how those steel I-beams, add support laterally to a wall that's compromised or bowing in. We also looked at earth anchors, right? But really, a lot of times buttresses are just cosmetic. They're not doing anything. Where a pilaster, again, integrated into that wall, can actually add some strength. Maybe it's an 8-inch wall, but where that pilaster is, it could be a 12-inch. And so if you have a long, why would you use it? In other words, why would you put a pilaster in? If you have a long run, say we have, a 40-foot length of foundation wall, I would want a couple of pilasters put in there while the wall is being poured to add some strength to it. I don't want to wait till after the wall starts moving and then put a buttress in, or even put a buttress in after the wall is built. Why would you do that? You would do it at the same time. So first thing I'm going to show you is a buttress. And here we go. There it is. Make it a little bit bigger here. And there's a buttress doing absolutely nothing. Okay, so this wall is bowing in. It's even worse down here, kind of off the picture, I guess. But so what is this buttress doing now? There are some, and then we talked about that, right? Having the steel beams against the wall, which would probably look like, look similar to this. I can't draw a straight line, but then we'd have mortar filled in here, right, to try to hold that up. But that's not the case here. Okay, I'm not even sure what this is. It's not attached to anything, and so the wall is pushing this in. It's pushing away from the wall. It's trying to hold it down here. It's not gonna. You just topple that right over. It's gonna do nothing. And I see so many buttresses like this. They're doing nothing. If people put in even 2x4s as a buttress, if it's going to be done, it's got to be done right. Like the pictures or the other video, there's one that I've already done that will actually show you that they have to be inside the concrete. We need drainage, of course. They have to be tied to the top structure by at least 3 or 4 different floor joists, lagged in. There's a whole process, and they're good. I'm not going to say they don't work. They will work. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest with you. I'd rather rebuild the wall. I think earth anchors even are a better option. When they put the steel plate here with the bolt and then it goes out, I think that's a better option. But as far as this goes, we can obviously see what's happening here. It's not going to do any good. It's really, this is nothing more than cosmetic and maybe slowing down the inevitable. All right, but let's talk about what a pilaster is. And here's what a pilaster is. And you could see in this, it's a little bit blurry here, but you could see what it is. It's part of the wall. It's built right into the wall. Sometimes they go all the way up to the sill plate. I like that better, actually, but this is part of this wall. It was built when the house was built. So, and you can see that there's nearly, no real movement here. The wall is pretty straight on this side. And that's really what we recommend. So now we know the difference. So if you're using it in your report, I want to make sure that you put down the right terminology. This is a pilaster noted, buttress noted, and failing, whatever it is that because that's usually what we write. So let's take a look at that. How would we, if I see a let me be clear here. If I see a pilaster that's built into a wall, we see a newer build or something, and it's built in there, I don't know if I always put that in my report. I do, I could, and I have. But if there's no issue, and that's just the way the wall was poured, I would just put poured concrete, block, whatever. But let's just take a look at a couple of scenarios in our report. So we go over to the structure, how to review it. In this case, we have two different ones, right? We have a concrete with the pilaster, a block with the buttress, okay? And we can mark that complete. But let's talk about the actual condition of those walls, right? What type are they? They were both full perimeter basements. No problem. We went down there. We entered both of them, okay? But in this case, we definitely have some cracking going on, right? So we definitely have some common, I think it's more than that. We have some more major, right? And then I would come over here and I would put patching repairs, I'm sorry, this side, repairs, patching, reinforcement, internal. That's where I would put it, okay? And I would put earth anchors and our steel I-beams noted. This is from a previous report, so let me just take that out of there. All right, so we're gonna come here and put buttress noted. And appears not to be supporting the wall as intended. Okay, this area should be closely monitored for movement, shifting, cracking, penetration, structuring error, and evaluate any warranty information. Good luck getting warranty information on something like that. Again, it's going to be in our action column here, our close monitor column. But I think really in this case, I'm going to come down here to our necessary evaluation, and I'm going to put bow noted, and then we're just talking about the buttress one. This can be okay. Recommend, and I'm going to just put here in area around buttress. Okay, because we know that it's moved anyway. So what I'm telling my client is there's a buttress there and it's clearly not working. I'm putting over here that it's not working. I'm putting over here that there's movement, and we recommend that a structural engineer take a look at that. Recommend immediate evaluation by a structural engineer in areas around buttress, and any warranty information. That's what this is saying. Is there warranty information? I strongly doubt it. All right. So we're going to put in our report anything, any issue. We don't know, even if the repair looks good, and I know we've talked about this in other videos, we don't know if it was done properly without warranty information. We weren't there to see it done. So even a buttress that's installed properly in the form of a steel I-beam or even earth anchor, and we'll talk about carbon fiber later. That's another situation. We don't know if it was done right. Does it go deep enough? Is there drainage? The most important thing is there drainage, right? And if we don't have that, that's something that's going to lead to it continuing to move or failure. Is there drainage on the inside, outside? What type of warranty? What did the engineer call for? What size web on that I-beam? All those things are something they need to take a look at. But again, you don't need to be an engineer to look at that buttress and see that it's not working. It's moving, the wall's continuing to move, there's a gap there, it's not supporting anything. And so I think we're right in saying, you know, we want it looked at, is there any warranty information, who did the work? And then also going in our action, our fourth column that says necessary repair, that says that the wall's moved and or moving, and the buttress is really doing nothing. So I hope that helps you out and know the difference between the two, because I think it's important to use that right type of verbiage in your report so you're properly advising your client. Please hit the subscribe button here. You'll be the first one to get these videos as I put them out. Just some nice training videos that I've learned throughout all these years. My our website where these will be also, besides YouTube, will be homeinspectortrainingonline.com, where there'll be also some white papers and other things that you can access. Have a great day.